Alright, and welcome to another episode of Eat, Smoke, Drink. Woo! Today, I am looking forward to taking you through an absolute treat. Once again, you recognize the bottle, the purple gold label, and the green tinge of this bottle, a rare malts bottling. Today is Caol Ila, the Caol Ila 20-year-old 1975, 61.12% alcohol ABV. It is also even more of a treat taking you through and drinking a Caol Ila from the 70s. Okay, so first and foremost, calm down. Calm down. We're still going to nose the whiskey. Rare Malt's one of my favorite bottlings. Caol Ila is called a gentleman's Isla because it is not a turkey slapping peat that's going to subdue your palate for the rest of the time. It is a gentleman's Isla because it is generally a better, more balanced peat levels than anything else. A lot of the modern expressions, sometimes they go for peat to shock. In my opinion, they elevate the peat levels to hide youth because peat is better with a little bit of youth, and peat hides imperfections in the barrel and youth. So in my opinion, a lot of the Ardbeg releases and the no age statement releases, and hey, Caol Ila's guilty of it too, and a lot of the other Islas are guilty of it too. Sometimes they just want to pump that shit out, and so they basically up the peat level so it hides the youth and the mistakes or whatever, you know, banana passion fruity crap that you get from too young a whiskey. And that's fine because peat is good younger. When you have super old peat, like I'm talking 20, 30 years and above, it really does subside. 20 years is when peat, I think, starts to change into tertiary flavors. Okay, tertiary flavors, and that's what really excites the shit out of me right now. As you can tell, I'm a little bit aroused. I've had too much coffee this morning. It's 10:30 a.m. and I am slightly moist. Anyway, let's get nosing. Caol Ila. Oh, and also, one thing that I gotta take a dig at is the shit like Octomore that's coming out recently. Everyone loves the Octomore. I'm a big fan of Bruichladdich. I love Bruichladdich. A good Bruichladdich is a good Bruichladdich. It's a good whiskey. But man, sometimes like Octomore is like, it's like someone giving you a curry in a restaurant and then just for shits and giggles they put 5 tablespoons of pure chili flakes. Why? Just to shock. Just to add extra chili. For no reason at all. It's just no reason at all. Thank you for listening. I'm here all week. No, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, you may now take your pants off and clothes off. Let's get nosing. Holy crap. Oh. Straight from the nose, it reminds me of a wound. I know, not that kind of wound, but a wound, you know, when you're a child, you cut yourself, you put the plaster on with a band-aid, and then after 3 or 4 days, it's been there for 3 or 4 days with your sweat and the wetness and the blood and the plasma, and then you smell that glue with the band-aid and your skin and all of that. It smells like that. It's weird, I know. It just reminds me of that. And I'm not talking about the modern day plastic crap, you know, home brand band-aids. I'm talking the original gangster, the OG Johnson & Johnson band-aids, okay? You gotta trust Johnson & Johnson. Make the best band-aids and baby powder. Speaking of baby powder, I do get a little bit of baby talc in there. Definitely pre-Johnson & Johnson lawsuit original baby powder. The magic shit. Oh. A faint hint of coal smoke. In the distance, coal smoke, wood fire, beach bonfire, all the different smokes. New magazine print, old rubber that's been in the sun and it gets wet, you know, like an old, like I don't know, like an old pool noodle, you know, those floaty noodle shit they have in the pool. It's been baking in the sun and it gets wet and you got that smell. Herbal, I'm getting tarragon, licorice, aniseed, clove, sugar syrup, brown sugar syrup, demerara sugar syrup, vanilla pods. I reckon it's predominantly bourbon cask, this one. Vanilla pods, coconut syrup, toasted coconut. You know, when you're making beef rendang and you have to toast the shit out of that coconut first, that burnt coconut. Grilled peaches, grilled pineapple, grilled fruit, but grilled pineapple and peaches. Wet wood. Humidor cedar. You know, when you've had cigars in there, you haven't opened it in a while. 72% humidity, you open that Spanish cedar humidor with cigars in it. Oh, fuck yeah. Oh. But that bandage glue smell. I'm getting strawberry jam. The sickly smell of strawberry yogurt. Strike the strawberry jam. It's actually sickly strawberry yogurt. You know that cheap yogurt, not fancy yogurt, just a cheap low-fat yogurt you get that you give to your kids. I don't have kids, but apparently they give it to kids and shit. So that, you know, like the cheap yogurts, you know, the mass-produced yogurt, strawberry yogurt, the sickly sweet strawberry yogurt. Oh, I'm getting the peat now. Jet fuel kerosene, when you walk into the airport in the parking lot and you smell that jet fuel kerosene. I do get some peat, but really it's very more so smoky to me than anything. Fresh leather products. You go to a leather shop, you know, a leather shop, not a used leather, but a new leather. You go to a leather shop, you know, like a kink leather shop, and they have that fresh leather smell. That gimp suit has not been used. That gimp suit is fresh. That zipper mouth mask is fresh. It is fresh. It's fantastic. Oh my God. Let me just refresh my nose. Oh yeah, I'm getting salinity. I'm getting a little bit of salinity in there. Oh, as I nose it more and more, I'm getting a little bit of jasmine flowers. Oh, oolong tea. I'm getting the tannin and fragrance of oolong tea. And a hint of matcha powder. Just that earthiness of matcha powder. Holy shit, that is good. Alright, let's get sipping. Oh my God. Yeah. That is, God, it's like, honestly, I say it every time, rare malt is like being deep asleep, then someone pours cold water in your face, and as you wake up with a fright, boom, someone turkey slaps you in the face with a 12-inch Subway. That is a smack in the face. Holy shit. You wake up and you're like, what just happened? What? You don't even know how to react. You don't even know how to react. You wake up, you don't know how to react. You're like, what the hell just happened? What the hell just happened? All right. Oh. Intense perfume. Intense perfume. I can't even think of what I'm tasting right now. Let me just have some time. I think I might have to dig into this a little bit more. Oh shit, monkey. It is an absolute wallop in the palate. Medicinal is the first thing I'm going to say. Medicinal and herbal. Medicinal, herbal, smoke, you definitely taste the peat on that. Not super duper ridiculous iodine peat, but it's funny, more of like a Highland peat. Not so much so deep in iodine. There is still iodine, but not so deep. More of like an earthy peat, a smoky coal smoke peat. Oh, herbal, rubber, fresh rubber on the palate, burning glass, hot glass, mineral, rust, aniseed, soft, sweet licorice. Strong, candied ginger. Holy shit. A sweetness hits you on the palate but disappears so quickly and becomes herbal. The finish is super long, super juicy, super salivating. Oh, me in the eye holes. My God, that is just sublime. I love Caol Ila already, even the modern expressions, but man, the Rare Malts Caol Ila, I mean, screw cocaine. I would prostitute myself out for more of these. If you have a bottle that you want to send me for free, you let me know. I will do all sorts of dirty deeds done dirt cheap. There's a dirtiness to it. Gravel, wet soil, leaf litter, smoke. Grilled peaches and grilled pineapple is on the palate. It's a charcoal grilled meat. There's a char grilled meat in there. Like a fatty pork. Like a fatty pork belly that's been grilled over coals. You know, when you're street side, there's an immense umaminess to this. When you're at a street side in Asia and someone's grilling with those little thin grills with pork fat and pork belly with a soy sauce umami. No garlic, just soy sauce. That umami of the soy sauce, that savoriness. Wow, there's a bitterness, a slight bittersweet following through. You know what it is? 80% dark chocolate. Oh my God, that is phenomenal. I am just flabbergasted by this. Holy shit, the finish is so long, it's never ending. Every sip reveals more and more. It is 61.12%, so it's going to put some hair in your back and it's going to smash you in the face. It is not for the faint-hearted. Rare Malts is not for the faint-hearted. It is not something that you will drink and go, ooh, that is nice and smooth. If you're looking for smooth whiskey, then you're just drinking and not thinking. That's my slogan, eat, smoke, drink, copyright. So, honestly, if you're looking for a smooth whiskey, then that is what the mass market whiskey is going for. Smooth, palatable, you chase the sip. I call it chasing the sip. Because after you sip, 30 seconds later, there's nothing else in your mouth. You gotta keep chasing the sip. This one here is not chasing the sip. You have to slow down with this. You have to slow down. Because you're not only drinking a time capsule from 1975. Shit, that's a long time ago. Shit, that's a long time ago. 1975. 1975 is almost 50 years. 40 years. Is that right? 40 years? Shit, my math is terrible right now. I've been drinking all morning. That's a long time ago. 1975. That's a long time ago. Respect it, appreciate it, and think about it. This is not for the faint-hearted, but it gets the go from me. In fact, I'm going to be biased. Every Rare Malt I've ever had is a go from me. Even the more average Rare Malts, I think is a time capsule in a bottle. Drink it, appreciate it, savor it. Take what you should do. So take one of your smooth, non-peated whiskies. You have a sip of that. Take it easy. And then you have a couple of drams of this and then move on to something else. Don't overdo this in one night. Let it develop in the bottle as it breathes from the neck pour, and let it develop your palate over time, because that's how you start to appreciate whiskey a bit better. Anyway, not trying to lecture you all, but all I'm saying is this is not for the actually no, you know what, I am trying to lecture you all, because if you're after smooth and easy to drink, well, you're missing out on so much more. There's so much more, you know. It's like, yeah, it's just one of those things. This is a crazy mother of a bottle. So it gets a golden buzzer from me. Until next time, make sure you eat, smoke, drink. Cheers. There's a little bit more in there. Let me just tongue it out. I'm just rimming.